you've had an extra 12 months to prepare, or you will get an extra 12 months to prepare. How important is that going to be to you? And how will you use that 12 months?
I only think in a positive way, me, Andy, and it's unfortunate what happened in having the World Cup cancelled when we was geared up for it to go ahead. But on the positive side, that's given me another 12 months to work with a very talented group of players. And what I will do this year is have as much contact time as the Super League clubs will allow us to have. And I know the majority of the Super League clubs have been great. They've bought into it, and they know the need for us to have a successful World Cup campaign. And I've got the backing of everybody. So the more contact time I have with the players, I think the players enjoyed the time with us in the England camp with the French game. So I'll just want to encourage every Super League club to get behind us like they have done and make sure that as much contact time is what we can have.
And how big do you think that extended group of players might grow to? And does that create nice selection headaches for you?
Yeah, the more players. The one thing I'm saying to our staff, Andy, and this is quite private, but I'm saying to our staff, I want more players. I want more halves. I want more sixes. I want more nines. At the minute, I've got 3 or 4 nines, and I want more. And I want to make tough decisions, and that's our job. You know, the Super League clubs are doing a great job. You look at young kids coming through, Mikey Lewis, Will Price. All them players are another year older, another year more mature. The bodies are more mature. They're doing weight programs with the clubs. You know, the more physically ready. So that's what that gives me. You know, we're getting more players putting their hand up for selection, but on the other hand, Andy, I want more. And that's our challenge from us as coaches, Super League clubs. We all want more talent coming through.
You talked just then about the likes of Lewis and Price, and players like that are growing up fast. But of course, at the other end of the scale, you lost James Roby at the back end of the season due to international retirement. Would you expect some players maybe getting a bit long in the tooth and falling away at the other end?
Yeah, that will happen. You know, this is professional sport, and I'm obsessed about one thing, and that's winning the World Cup. And I have a strong conscience that if I don't think somebody's right for us, going to help us win a World Cup, I'll do it in a nice way, but he'll be out of the squad. I'm absolutely gutted I never got the chance to coach James Roby, if I'm honest, from a selfish point of view, because I've always rated him as a player. I've coached against him many times, but unfortunately, I never got the chance. But that gives a chance to another 9 coming through. You know, Danny Walker, one of the kids, you know, travelled with us to France. Conor Wrench travelled with us to France. Matty Lees, all them young players are ready to step up.
So you talked just earlier about Super League and the clubs and the competition. So what are your hopes and expectations from this year's Super League competition?
The standard was great last year. Finished off with a great final. But it has to get better. Every Super League head coach, if I was still there coaching at Super League level, I want more intense games, more test match games, less penalties, more set for set, what's going to prepare us for international rugby. And that's what we got last year. But I'm never satisfied, Andy. I always want a bit better, a bit more. And that's what, and every Super League head coach will want the same. You know, they want a better quality game, more consistent, more of them, and that's going to help the international game.
And that's Super League, obviously. And what about the NRL then? Because you'll have a cohort of players playing in Australia. How will you keep tabs on them, and how will you keep in touch with them?
Well, we do Zooms. I watch all the games, do one-on-one Zooms. I'm going to go over when the games start, when things open up properly, and spend some time with them, because, you know, they've been neglected. The players over here get a lot of information, and they get information, but not as much detail. So that's my job, to make sure that they're up to speed and they're ready when they arrive in this country. They hit the ground running. They know what we're about. They know what I'm about. They know what the England system is about.
And looking ahead to 2022 here. It looks like we've got space for a mid-season international, 18th or 19th of June. Have you any word on who that might be against yet?
I've not. I spoke to Ralph and Dave, and whether it's the All Stars, whether it's the French, one of the home countries. As long as we play, as long as we get together, we have time on the field. Then I'm happy. The grand final has changed. That's a bit earlier, so I've got time from the grand final to the first game against Samoa. So that's going to be absolutely so helpful to me. So regarding a mid-season international, I'm not really that bothered who we play. As long as it's an intense game like we had in France, then I'm happy.
And it looks like, with the grand final taking place earlier, there's space in the diary as well for that rearranged Fiji fixture. So the mid-season international and the Fiji World Cup warmer, are they going to be the two England internationals?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. And I can't tell you how important that is to get that fixture before the first World Cup game, get the players together, get them into an England mindset. And when you think about it, and the players are living the dream, then what we select, they're going to be playing for the country, what we're very proud of, proud Englishmen representing England in a World Cup in our home, at Newcastle against Samoa. And it's going to be a great atmosphere. It's going to be packed. People are starved of international rugby. It's going to be a great crowd. And I would encourage anybody what's in 2 miles of it coming is get down, to Newcastle, watch a great game. It's going to be intense. It's going to be tough. And hopefully we can get the win.
And, sticking on the subject of the World Cup tournament itself, if England finish top of that group, there's every chance that it'll be England in the quarterfinals at the DW Stadium. So how do you feel about the prospect of leading out an England team at the DW Stadium?
Yeah, that would be nice, Andy. But I loved it in Perpignan. I will love it in Newcastle. I'm very, very patriotic, very proud of my country. So it doesn't make it that much more special. It will be, all my family will be there, I suppose, at Wigan. But no matter where it is, head coaching, playing for England, no matter where it is, it's immensely proud for me.
Were you surprised that Wigan and the DW Stadium weren't included on the initial schedule for World Cup 2021?
Yeah, a little bit. I know it's a great ground, it's a great atmosphere when it's packed. And, I'll be doing all I can to make sure we get there. But it's the old adage of one game at a time. Samoa, first one, France, Greece, we need to knock them off. And, they're going to be challenging us. We need to be really good. But the prize of getting to Wigan in the quarterfinals and then semis and then the big one at Old Trafford is really exciting for me.
And just reflecting again on 2021, it was a difficult year in all kinds of ways. Did you ever fear that the World Cup itself might be scrapped?
No, it's too big of an event. We've had no sport for many, many months, a couple of years. And I know the English public love our country. They love the sport. And I think it's going to be fantastic. It's on terrestrial TV. The fans are going to pack the grounds. It's something special. It's something I dreamt of as a kid. And to be in charge of my own, England is something I'll be immensely proud of.
Shaun, I think that's a great note to finish on. So thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll share this with a few people at this end. Thank you.
All right, cheers.